Good afternoon and welcome to Leahy Stadium this chilly April afternoon as the Junior Jays, the top-ranked team in Class A, welcome the Monarchs of Papillion-La Vista to the pitch here this evening. Mike Knockner alongside Will Lindsay here to bring you all the action between the Junior Jays and the Monarchs. Will, it's your first time on a broadcast. How you feeling, bud?
Good.
Good to hear. We are about to get things underway. Some chilly conditions, as we mentioned, a lot of wind, swirling winds that we will keep an eye out for throughout the evening. But take a quick look at the top 10. Junior Jays with an eventful week last week, obviously dropping a game to Millard North. And then going on to defeat the third-ranked team in South on the road, and then coming back home and defending what was the state title matchup just back in May as they take down the second-ranked Silverhawks of Lincoln Southwest. So what a bounce back for the Junior Jays. Opened up with a dominant win over a now third-ranked Elkhorn South team, as they now sit at 3-1 on the year as they welcome the 1-2 Monarchs of Papillion-La Vista here to Leahy, and we are off here this evening. Glad you can join us. We're hoping for a good one. So the Junior Jays starting things off on offense. It's a team that has so many weapons, so much goal scoring power, as they face a Monarch team who has struggled to start the year. They had a penalty kick loss, PK loss against Lincoln Northeast to start the year. Then they dropped one to Millard North, but picked up their first win on the year just recently against Burke. But now they've got a tall task here this evening. Now here's Brody Thober. He'll advance it. Now into the box. Here's Thober, a shot that will sail over the crossbar. I believe that was also Darian Barragon, who had 2 goals in that game against Burke. But he's able to get some action here early for the Monarchs, as this one's been completely in Papillion-La Vista territory up until this point. Junior Jays have been defending in their own half here so far, but now they've got some advantage getting it over midfield, but Monarchs get it right back. McClay will advance it up to Tokporo. He makes a move, but a good defense, some good defense there from Joe Zokolski to stop any further advancement from the junior striker. Now here's Lotus on the outside, trying to make a move on Zokolski, and that one will go out of bounds. It'll be last touched by Lotus, so it'll be a goal kick for the Monarchs. Henry Austin in goal for the Monarchs this evening, as now here's a Gwenma up to Tokporo. Here's a cross inside and nearly off the foot of Lotus and in, but Austin was there to corral it. But Junior Jays with a chance early, as they nearly made it 1-0 just like that. As they're going to get a foul on McClay as he was trying to fight Llewellyn for the ball. It'll be a free kick for the Monarchs about midfield here on the close side. Michael Whitney will take the free kick. So he sends it in. That one got over the head of Brackey. Barragon was trying to put a foot on it, but it's Luther Harrington there to collect it. But what a story for Harrington. Both varsity goalies getting injured against Millard North last Wednesday. Harrington having to come in from JV, getting elevated, and right away having to play the number 3 and number 2 teams in the state. But Junior J defense only gave up 1 goal in each of those games and really bounced back from what felt like an incredibly bleak loss at Millard North. It was a day that the team kind of felt like they needed a win, and they didn't have it, but lost a couple of their guys along the way. But, I mean, just what a response and what an effort from Harrington so far stepping up, as he does get the start here again today, as the status of Sibernson and Borman still remain in question. So for the time being, it'll be Harrington, but now here come the Junior Jays on the attack. Tokporo trying to make a move. As it knocked away, that's Cale Thacker. Now here's Henry Laser. Thacker gets it ahead for Llewellyn, but that one a little too much, and Brackey able to get it to his keeper. But you can see that wind really holding that ball up in the air. Now Junior Jay's still pinned back in their own end. Monarchs doing a good job of putting on pressure here early. So this one now knocked away. Here's Thober. But he's immediately swarmed, and that one will get back into the feet of the Junior Jays. Now here's Iguenma. Here's ahead for Lotus. He's got some running room. He's going to try for a cross. He doesn't have it. And that one will sail out of bounds. Some good defense there from the Monarchs, really pressuring Lotus. He didn't get a good look at either a cross or a shot. And eventually fires it just outside of the net. But some more solid defense from the Monarchs, and Austin will send that one away. This one up for Iguenma, trying to get an advantage. Gets it into Lotus, who can't corral it, and believe that to have been offside as well. 8 minutes gone here in the first. Junior Jays with a couple opportunities, but nothing going so far for either side. Some good defense from Papillion-La Vista. That one's knocked out of bounds. I'm going to say it was off the back of Brody Thober. So it'll be a throw in. Here's Jacob Zetko, who had a goal against Lincoln Southwest on Saturday. So that one's sent upfield, and it is going to be another throw-in for the Junior Jays. Now here's a dangerous territory as Llewellyn was streaking for that one, and Luther just had to boot it out of bounds. So now Monarchs with a throw-in on the Junior Jays side of the field. This one's sent into the box. Looking for Llewellyn. He can't stay on side or corral it, so that will be a goal kick for Harrington. Now the Junior Jays trying to move it into their own end. And the Monarchs end. Here's Gwenma trying to get some advantage. He does. He's into the box looking for a cross, and a slide tackle will knock that one away. Good defense there from Michael Whitney. And they're going to say it was last touched by Gwenma, so it'll be a free kick for Austin. So more solid defense from the Monarchs. Here 10 minutes in. They've really limited the Junior Jays, who have gotten some looks, but haven't really gotten comfortable whenever they're deep in the attacking end. Now here's McClay. Working down the sideline. He'll pass it off to Dowd. Lagaban in the middle of the field. Over to Stratman. Trying to send it in. There's no one there. Lotus tried to get there, but not before it will trickle out of bounds. So Austin will send this one away. Some substitution for the Monarchs. Nick Cardenas in for Darian Barragon. As Van Bell able to keep that one in. And now here's Gwenma. Now the Junior Jays looking to set something up. McClay coming on. He'll dump it off to Dowd. Dowd trying to work his way into the box. He can't. Has it poked away by Whitney. Whitney will send it upfield. But a little bit too much on that one. And Harrington will call off his defenseman in Brackey, and he will corral it himself. Van Bell trying to work his way around a couple defenders. Gwenma will leave it for Van Bell. Now here's a Gwenma. He'll send it off to McClay down the right side. Junior Jay's looking for something so far. Jordan will send it in. That one's off the keeper. Free ball in the box, and Austin able to corral it. It was deflected by Austin into the box, but he was able to get back onto his feet. And then the Junior J shot was right to him, so he's able to make a couple of good saves there to keep the Prep offense off the board. So look at a stoppage here. Multiple soccer balls on the field. Get that situated. About 13 minutes gone. What have you seen that's impressed you or not impressed you so far, Will?
Prep started off slow, but they really started attacked a lot, but they just can't finish their goals and their shots.
The Papillion-La Vista defense doing its job up until this point. They've really limited the Junior Jays, and they really haven't been able to let them get comfortable. There's now a Gwenma. That ball was set all the way down the field, and Gwenma was able to let it go until he was on sides. But now, not able to do much with it, and it'll trickle out of bounds. So another free kick here for Austin. Here's McClay. Tries to get it off to Luis Tokporo. Tokporo will make his way into the box, looking for a cross. Gwenma just a step too late, and Austin there to collect it. But as you mentioned, Will, the Junior Jays, they started off slow, but they're really starting to feel like they're getting a lot of looks here. Starting to get comfortable, it feels like. You're about 15 minutes into the first half. McClay down to Tokporo in the right corner. Tokporo looking for a cross. That one's sent away. Thober was able to clear that one. And now Monarchs looking to advance something down the field. Not quite able to. Here's Dowd trying to send it for McClay. Near the baseline. Now here's a Gwenma in the box. He'll pass it off to Alag. No, they're going to. No, they will say a goal. Jude Van Bell, the sophomore, puts it in the back of the net off the assist from Gwenma. Seemed like a bit of confusion down on the field, but it'll be 1-0 Junior Jays just like that, as it's Jude Van Bell who puts the Junior Jays in front. 1-0. So after the Van Bell goal here, just over 15 minutes into this one, Junior Jays finally able to break through. They now hold a 1-0 lead. Monarchs going to want to do something quick. So I believe we're going to get a free kick from right outside the box. So this could be very interesting here. So right away, Monarchs with a golden opportunity to try and equalize this one. They will send it in, and it's well defended there from the Junior Jays. It was Barragon trying to do something with the free kick, but now the Junior Jays right back to the other side. Now here's Tokporo on the right side. Trying to send it into the box. Collected by Thober. Here's McClay. He'll send it in. Goes out to Dowd. Dowd tries to send it in well defended. And now poked away by Brandon Tubbs. So that one, Monarchs trying to send it upfield off of Dowd. As he was trying to advance it into the box, he couldn't. And now here are the Monarchs trying to advance it. Just can't get anything going here so far. Van Bell will give it out to Tokporo. And now Dowd will send things out to Brackey to try and reset. Stratman to Zatko. Zatko down the left side. Tries to hand it off to Lotus. Now here's Stratman sending it in. And Austin will easily collect that one and throw it out. Cale Thacker trying to push it downfield, looking for Nate Lozier. And that one will be well defended by the Junior Jays, and Brackey able to keep it out of bounds, keep it in bounds. Junior Jays really feeling like they're getting a rhythm, really feeling like they're getting comfortable. Monarchs came out strong with some solid defense. Junior Jays had some looks, but really didn't seem like they felt comfortable. But goal from Van Bell made it 1-0. Now here about halfway through the opening half, Junior Jays a lot more possession and a lot more time in the attacking zone. As Brackey will send it down. Here's McClay on the right side. Too strong of a touch, and Thacker able to knock it out of bounds. They will say it was last touched by McClay, so it'll be the Monarchs getting the ball in a handful of substitutions for both sides. It'll be Manzu and Vaughn in for the Junior Jays. And then Llewellyn, Laser, and Major in for the Monarchs. Van Bell trying to send it down. Here's both Manzu and Vaughn, both fresh into the game. Now here's Vaughn. Junior J offense trying to set something up. They've had a lot of opportunities so far. They hope to continue creating them. This one's sent down for Vaughn. Working on Tubbs. And they're going to get a foul on Vaughn, which will give the Monarchs a free kick. Laser trying to get this one down the field. He does. Now here's Llewellyn on the right side trying to keep it in bounds. And goes out of bounds off the Junior Jays. Substitution now for the Junior Jays as Martin Avalos Magana into the game for the first time. Now Manzu trying to send it downfield looking for Aguenma. Well defended there by Tubbs. Thacker sends this one downfield looking for Llewellyn. That one will pop out of bounds. And here's a throw-in for Kwasniewski. Make that a second and now a third throw-in for Kwasniewski. This one now, Monarchs trying to get something going. They're able to get down near the Junior J box, but swarm of defenders there to thwart any opportunity of scoring. And now the Junior Jays, with the wind to their disadvantage, really having an issue trying to clear this one away. Pirtle gets this one into the box. Llewellyn trying to get something off but can't, and it'll end up in the arms of Harrington. McClay sends it down the field for Evan Kirchhoffer, who's a new Junior J legs as well. Now here's Tim Dowd sending it in, looking for a Gwenma off his head out of bounds. So now Flynn McClay will come off. And Matthew Daly, the senior, will take the field for the first time here with 15:20 to go in the first. Junior Jays with a 1-0 advantage. Off a Jude Van Bell goal in the first 15 minutes. Aguanma to Vaughn. Vaughn creates some space, but that one will end up in the hands of Austin, who fumbled it out of bounds, and it'll be a Junior J corner. It'll be down to send it in. That one comes to the feet of Alagabon, but unable to get a shot off. Now the Junior Jays do retain possession here on the Monarch end, as Manzu has that one poked away out of bounds. Daly with the throw-in. And knocked out of bounds off the Junior Jays. Now Joel Zukolski and Angel Lopez Torres into the game for the Monarchs. As Cale Thacker and Mason Kwasniewski will head off. Junior Jays still in the attacking end. Here's Manzu getting some space. Dowd looking for a seam. Down the right side, he'll try to cross, and that one will go off the right crossbar of the field goal post for a Henry Austin goal kick. Daly sends it down to Manzu. Manzu looking, beats his defender, crosses, and they're going to say he was offsides. That one out of bounds, and now it'll be Monarch ball. We'll have a throw-in near about the 30-yard line. Cooper Wills will throw it in. Quickly knotted out of bounds by Alagabon. Substitution for both sides. Jude Van Bell will come in for Tim Dow for the Junior Jays, and Brandon Tubbs will check in for Blake Major. Wills with a throw in once again. This one into the box and popped up in the air by Stratman. Junior Jays playing into the wind, which has really limited how they've been able to clear down the field here in this first half. As Monzu able to keep that one in bounds off the pass from Daly. Van Bell steals that one away and has it stolen away by Jam Pirtle. Pirtle trying to get it to Llewellyn, but that one intercepted by Brackey. Now Van Bell sends it down to Kirchhoffer. That one poked out of bounds by Whitney, and it'll be a throw-in for the Junior Jays. As we've now hit under 10 to go in this first half. Junior Jays looking to add to their 1-0 lead here before the half. Kirchhoffer hands it off to Aguenma, looking to get into the box. That one's sent away. Now Kirchhoffer will take a shot from outside the box, and that one will sail offline and be a goal kick as another substitution for the Monarchs. It will be Alex Marr coming in for Jam Pirtle. Wills sends this one downfield for Llewellyn. Llewellyn will try to work his way around Alagabon. But Daly there with some help on defense. And he'll get it down the field. As Kirchhoffer will send that one out of bounds. But some solid defense there from the Junior Jays. Not allowing any threatening from the Papillion-La Vista offense. Avalos Magana will send this one downfield, looking for Daly on the right side. And he'll have it. He'll force it off of Wills out of bounds, so another corner kick coming for the Junior Jays. It'll be their second of the day. It'll be Avalos Magana to take it. That one's sent in. And here's a shot from Aguenma off of his own man. That one fell to the feet of Jordan Aguenma. He took a rocket of a shot off of Jude Van Bell, who is a little slow to get up. visibly shaken up after that one, but he does give the thumbs up as he jogs back, but definitely couldn't have felt good. Daly to Monzu. Now here's Van Bell in the middle of the field. He was looking to get it into Monzu. Now Daly. Van Bell sends it in. That one a little too strong, and Austin with enough room to make the collection. So send it downfield here with 6 to go in the first. Van Bell up to Monzo. Around midfield. Well, Daly sends this one up for Caleb Pick. That one poked away by Whitney. Daly to Pick. Now here's Colin Llewellyn trying to send it down. He's looking for Barragon. Brackey there to poke it out of bounds. Remains Monarch ball. As the first half winds down here, now under 4 to go until the break. It'll be Wills to throw it in. Headed away by Brackey and then cleared away by Van Bell.
The Junior Jays have adjusted really well to Papillion's pressure, and it seems like they get an attack every time when they get the ball.
Right on cue, Junior Jay's back on the attack. Vaughn sends this one in to Pick on the right side. Trying to keep it in bounds, but has it stolen away by Cooper Wills. But now right back on the attack, as you said. This ball's spent a lot of time in the Monarch end with the Junior Jays attacking. This one's sent down the field for Barragon, but he's offside. Rocky sends it down looking for Lotus, who chases it down. Keeps it in bounds, but can't do much more with it. And now here comes Vaughn flying in, and he will commit a foul. Now Stratman gets it right back, and then he's fouled. So the Junior Jays will have a free kick from about the 30-yard line. .30 seconds to go until half. Junior Jays with time for what looks to be one more opportunity here to try and extend this lead before the break. This one's sent in by Stratman. Loose ball, but they're going to call a foul as Austin got bumped trying to collect that one, and that will do it for the first half. Jude Van Bell's goal is the difference so far. The sophomore giving the Junior Jays a 1-0 lead 15 minutes into the game. And the Junior Jays will take that lead into the break. We will step aside and we'll be back here on CPSN. Don't go anywhere. Second half coming up here in a little bit. We welcome you back to Leahy Stadium, back from halftime. Junior Jays with a 1-0 advantage here as the second half about to get underway. Mike Knockner alongside Will Lindsay. Will, was there anything in that first half that really stood out to you? Obviously, you mentioned how the Junior Jays started things off a little slow, but really seemed to pick up the pressure there towards the second half of the first opening half.
Yeah, and Papillion couldn't get an attack after the first few minutes. They haven't pushed up the field as much.
Junior J defense really clamping down there in the first half. But back from halftime, a fresh 40 on the clock. Now the Junior Jays will have the wind to their back, which seemed to be a limiting factor there in the first whenever they were trying to clear the ball down the field. But now got that to their advantage. And a 1-0 lead. So we'll see what they're able to do. They'll be the Monarchs for the second half kick. As now we are back from the break here from Leahy Stadium. Brackey will quickly send things down. Tokporo. Gwenma sends it down to Zatko. Near side. Stretman will send it all the way back to Harrington. Lagaban. Tokporo to Dowd. To a Gwenma. Dowd trying to send it in. Ends up at the feet of Zatko. Here's Lotus. Zatko gets it to Lotus. He'll cross it in. And knocked away by Austin. But it will be a corner for the Junior Jays. Dowd to send it in. This one off the head of Lotus and out of bounds. It's a good look there for the Junior Jays, but unable to connect. Third corner of the day for the home squad. Here's Llewellyn trying to get something going. But Jonah Lagabon there to clear that up. Here's Zatko. Near side. Agwenma gets it into Lotus. Lotus looking for a cross. And it is in! Connor Lotus connects. And the Junior Jays strike quick here in the second. And just like that, it's 2-0. So Junior Jays waste no time, just over 3 minutes into this second half. Connor Lotus extending the lead. 2-0. Looked like he was going for a cross, but ended up putting it right between the legs of the keeper in Austin. And stretches the Junior J lead to a pair here in the opening minutes of the second half. Lagabon tries to get it to McClay, who's now caught up in some trouble. Stolen away by Tokporo, who's taken to the ground, no call. Zacco looking for Lotus down the sideline. He's not going to be able to get there. Thrown from Willis. McClay near the sideline. Dribbles his way through, gets it into the box, but a foul along the way. We'll send it the other way. And now another foul, this time by the Monarchs. Give the Junior Jays a free kick. Very good scoring opportunity here for the Junior Jays. Looking to add to that 2-0 lead. It'll be Tim Dowd from about the 12-yard line to send it in. This one off the head of Brackey and out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick. Excuse me. Van Bell over to Zacco. Plenty of room to work with. Lagabon will send this one in. That one off the foot of Lotus. And Agwenma has it right there, and he'll put it in. Junior Jays with 2 quick goals here in the second half. And just like that, it's now 3-0 Junior Jays.
That was a great cross by Lagabon.
Off the foot of Lotus. Austin was able to keep it out, and then one of the defensemen from the Monarchs was able to stop it at first, but then it popped right to the foot of Jordan Agwenma, who was able to put it home. Guenma now with a goal in each of the first 5 games here for Prep to start off the season. Yeah, the Junior J offense has come alive here in the first 10 minutes of the second half. And they're already on the other end looking for more. Across from Guenma. This one out in front, and it'll get cleared away by Pirtle. Sent in by Alagabon. And they're going to get a foul that will send it the other way. Now here's McClay. Van Bell trying to get it into a Guenma. That one's cleared away. Now Zatko has it. Dowd gets it to Lotus. Lotus, his shot. That one's deflected and off the foot of Guenma, and it's in. Junior J's had 1 goal in the entire 40 minutes of the first half. They're actually going to say it was offside. But still, the Junior J's offense continuing to put the pressure on here in the first 10 minutes of the second half.
Thank you.
Going to get a clarification here from the referee on the clock. Got that straightened out, and we're good to go. So, just over 30 minutes to go in this one. Down over to Lotus. Lotus makes a good move. As a seam just misses right.
It's a great move and shot by Lotus. Just barely right.
But Junior J is continuing to put pressure here on the Monarchs. They wasted no time extending the lead to 3-0. Thought it was 4-0, but the offside call coming, taking that one off the board. Here's Tokporo. Back to McClay. He'll chip it in. And that one will sail out of bounds. Lotus over to Zatko. Trying to cross. Defended by Tubbs. Now Dowd. Trying to work his way around the defender, and that one will just roll out of bounds. Going to get a foul. So free kick for the Monarchs here about midfield. It'll be Cooper Wills to take it from about the 40-yard line. And now here's Dowd sending it down the field for Tokporo on the right side. Tokporo has it poked away by Zolkowski. And now here's Van Bell trying to get it into the box. And that one's cleared out by Nate Luian. Kwasniewski in for the throw. Dowd gives it to Tokporo, looking, scanning. Now he's got Agwenma down the right side. Agwenma makes a move, but into a field of defenders, and that one eventually sent out. Dowd to Lotus. Lotus making a move, but well defended. Couple of noteworthy substitutions for the Junior Jays. Number 15, Philip Ofafa, and number 18, Matt Sledge into the game. As Lotus trying to make its way into the box. At the ball now. Going to end up back at the foot of the Junior Jay defense. Really just feels like they've worn down this Monarch defense so far. Agwenma with a chance, but that one was knocked away from behind. I believe it was Barragon coming in to knock that one away, but it'll be the fourth corner for the Junior Jays. It'll be Dad to take it. Headed up in the air by Sledge. That one will trickle out of bounds. And now some substitutions for both sides. Drew Gotch and Josh Franco into the game for the Junior Jays. Here's Kwasniewski down the right side. He'll try to cross it in. But Brackey there to break up a possible attack situation. Brackey gets it to Lotus with a great touch. Now Aguenma gives it back to Lotus. Now some room for the Junior Jays. Here's Lotus into the box. He'll take a shot. He'll score! What a sequence for the Junior Jays. And it ends with a beautiful goal from Connor Lotus, his second of the game. And it's at this point all Junior Jays now up 4-0. Here with 22:08 to go in this one. So Junior Jays with a singular goal in the first 40 minutes of the game. They've put up 3 here in the first 20 minutes of the second half. Now here they're looking for more. Aguenma once again. His shot just misses. He was looking to bend it in the top right corner, but just misses. Nearly made it 5-0 right there. That'll be Drew Monzu and Landon McKinney in for Connor Lotus and Jordan Aguenma. Here's Franco. Sends it down for Tokporo. Franco with the throw into Sledge. Now here's Dubon Hurtado Guzman trying to cross it in, but that turns into a attack attempt here from the Monarchs down on the other side. Kwasniewski trying to work on Ofafa. But that'll go out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for Luther Harrington. As Martin Avalos Magana will check back in for Jude Van Bell. Franco, past midfield. Makes a good move. Here from outside the box. His shot attempt on goal, but Austin there to collect it. McKinney looking for Franco downfield. Now a Monarch throw in after a couple of substitutions from both sides. There'll also be a new goalkeeper for the Monarchs. Garrett Alarcon now in the net for Papillion-La Vista. So Henry Austin's day seems to be done. Here with 17 to go in the second. Junior Jays have really come to life here in the second, with 3 goals to make it 4-0.
The wind really has been the key factor, hasn't it been, Mike?
Absolutely. We said that in the first half where Junior Jays, whenever they were trying to clear the ball downfield, it really seemed like they were having an issue with the wind blowing into their face. And it really affected their play down on their attacking end, but now with the wind at their back, they've really been able to thrive. Now here's a good ball from Avalos Magana, but a good slide tackle there from Whitney. Pokes it out of bounds. So a throw in for the Monarchs. There's a couple more substitutions coming for Papillion-La Vista. Looking forward for the Junior Jays. Big one coming up here on Thursday. They take on Omaha West Side. They will travel to West Side to take on the Warriors 7 o'clock on Thursday. And then they'll head south to take on Lincoln East at noon on Saturday. Junior Jays with a dominant opening win against a now third-ranked Elkhorn South team, 4-0. So all 3 of the Junior Jays wins up until this point have come against the second, third, and fourth-ranked teams in the state. Only loss coming to Millard North here last Wednesday. But ever since then, it has been some very, very fundamental, very strong soccer from the Junior Jays. So that continues here today as they find themselves up 4-0. They look to improve to 4-1 on the year. Bracke has this one, and then Sledge with a great touch. McKinney almost had the opportunity there, but just a little too much on it. This one down for Caleb Pick, but he's offside. For the Monarchs, they will host Millard South on Thursday, and they will now then get a couple days off and head to Omaha Central next Monday. Gotch with the throw in. Manzu looking for Kirchhoffer. Here's Manzu in the open field. He'll send it in, but there's no one there. Alarcon will collect and then just boot it away. Now the Junior Jays back on the attack. Here's McKinney looking for something. That one pops out to the side. Now it's Franco trying to fight for it back, but Alexis Granillo able to fend that one off. Manzu looking to send it in. He gets it past the defender. Here's Kirchhoffer with the touch in the box. Shot to, he gets it off to McKinney, who puts it in. Landon McKinney, the senior, finds the back of the net off the assist from Kirchhoffer. And the Junior Jays extend their lead even more. Now 5-0. Here with about 8 to go. Junior J is really feeling it here in the second half. Avalos Magana sending it down. It's looking for Manzu, but way too much on that one. Wills tries to get it in. He was looking for his man in Thober, but that one will get past everyone. And now Harrington will take his time as the clock continues to run. Winding down on this one. Now here's Kirchhoffer. Ovation there for the keeper in Luther Harrington as he comes off. Now the Monarchs able to get it into the box. And that one poked away. It'll be a corner for the Monarchs.
Junior J's ball movement has just been incredible this half. There's been nothing stopping them.
Second corner of the day for the Monarchs. That one cleared away. It's Francis Sorosky in goal now for the Junior Jays. Both goalies currently rostered, started the year on JV. But now here's Manzu with McKinney, who was offside, but nearly had an opportunity there for his second goal. And yeah, as mentioned, both goalies currently suited up for varsity, started the year on JV. Sebrinson and Borman both went down with injuries in the loss against Millard North last Wednesday. Harrington has really stepped up in their absences And now Sorosky getting some varsity minutes here. As a foul will send it the way of Papillion-La Vista as we've got 3 to go here in this one. Junior Jays will advance to 4-1 on the season ahead of their matchup with hated rival in West Side on Thursday. But, I mean, just what a performance here this afternoon. As we've mentioned, we're definitely a bit slow there in the first half, but then they got the wind at their back and completely different ball game. Still felt like they were able to control the tempo and the pace of that first half, but their offense really couldn't get going with the wind at the right in their face the entire time, but really found their stride here in the second, which is a main reason why this is a 5-0 ball game. Avalos Magana tried to chip it into the box, but no one there. Now a stoppage in play here with 1:30 to go. So 90 seconds left in this one. Update from just over at Jurgensen. Bottom of the fourth, Junior Jays lead Lincoln North Star 11-8. So a high-scoring affair over there. As well as over here, Junior Jay offense able to put up 5 here today. Highest scoring game of the season so far. It was Van Bell that got us started. Then it was Lotus, then Aguenma, then Lotus again, and then McKinney getting his first varsity goal to make it 5-0. Here's under 30 seconds to go in this one. Junior Jays up to 4-1 on the season.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
There's a hiccup last Wednesday as they hosted Millard North, but ever since then, this squad has really gotten comfortable, and they are playing some of the best ball, if not the best ball in the entire state right now. As a comfortable 5-0 win over Papillion-La Vista here today will make it a 3-game win streak for the Junior Jays. And a good start to this week, has in store a couple of good matchups with West Side and Lincoln East coming up. Will, any final thoughts before we send things off?
Lotus, he played amazing today with 2 goals, and he was always pushing the ball up the field.
Absolutely. We will say goodnight here from Leahy Stadium. From King Maxwell, our camera operator, alongside Will Lindsay, I'm Mike Knockenauer. Thank you so much for tuning in here this evening. Final score, Junior Jays 5-0 over Papillion-La Vista. The top-ranked team in the state moves to 4-1. But that will do it here from us at Leahy. Thank you all so much once again for tuning in. Hope you have a great rest of your day and a great rest of your week. Good night.